165 listeners, what are you doing? It's your last chance to get in the draw for Kane's Deer Velvet. This is super low barrier for entry. There's no tagging and pissing off your mates. There's no following 50 different accounts. There's no screenshotting the post that you've shared to your story. Simply flick me a message on either at Stag Ryan or at Ryan O'Connor NZ and let me know what you know about how Deer Velvet works. And you could go in the draw for a 3-pack of Deer Velvet from Kane's Deer Velvet. If you need a little bit of help, you can go on to www.canesdeervelvet.com and if you want to purchase something there, use the code STAGRAW252 and that'll get you 20% off. But it'll let you know how Deer Velvet works. Or else, even simpler, just ask me, hey, Ryan, does Deer Velvet do X? And we'll put you in that draw for Father's Day, which is being drawn tonight on Father's Day. So, get off your ass and enter the competition. You never know. You might win. Low barrier entry. Anyway, let's move on to number 5 of the 165 Club. Enjoy. You're back. It's good to see you, hear you, talk to you. Hope you've left a rating as well. That'd be great. That'll help this get out there. Hope you've interacted with me on Instagram at Stag Ryan, at Ryan O'Connor NZ. Pick your poison. YouTube, get in there, get involved, subscribe, all that jazz, like and subscribe. Anywho, this one is number 5, which is Peter J. Rapley from above Eastern Bay on the Neck, Stewart Island, 1974. The length 24 and 2/8 by 25 and 6/8. The spread 20 and 3/8. The span 17 and 1/8. Beam coronet, and only the right side has a basal snag of 4 and 5/8. Forward top is 16 and 3/8 by 16 and 2/8. Back tine is 14 and 5/8 by 11 and 2/8. First off forward is 9 and 2/8 by 8 and 6/8. Then the second off forward and third off forward on the left hand side, 1 and 2/8 and 2 and 3/8. So a total of 179 and a quarter. The Rapley party had set up their base camp at Glory Cove in Patterson Inlet. After 10 days hunting in the area lying between their camp and chew tobacco without success, a decision was made to shift to an old house at Hunter Beach, travelling there by dinghy and outboard motor. While hunting down a fern-covered ridge on the second day out in the new area, Rapley heard a deer moving in heavy cover below him. He was downwind of his quarry, but sensed the animal was trying to identify the source of disturbance or pick up its scent. Having had this experience on previous occasions, Rapley moved forward about 150 metres and stopped and waited. He had learned from the experience of other hunters how easy it was to allow a whitetail buck to outflank him. Waiting for a period that seemed hours, Rapley realised his quarry was moving to his side of the gully as he anticipated and was just below him. The buck was only about 30 metres away, but still out of sight. Suddenly, the buck broke cover about 10 metres closer to Rapley than he had anticipated. It spotted him and bolted. At the split second the buck bolted, Rapley pulled the trigger of his 270. He found his quarry hanging by the antlers in the supplejack a little further on. Nothing like a bit of spook and shoot. Bring the sights up and boom. Good on you, Peter. If you've got any stories from Stewart Island, or Lake Wakatipu for that matter, send us a message. I'd love to hear them. Love to hear your war stories. It's got such a cool face. Make sure you're, watching YouTube or Spotify and looking at it just there, or checking it out on Instagram. I'd love to hear from you. Michael Harvey is next. Oyster Cove, Stewart Island. We'll see you there. This series of the Big Game Records is from Volume 4, the Rusa, Sambar and Whitetail, written and compiled for the New Zealand Deerstalkers Association Incorporated by D.Bruce Banwell. It was published by the Halcyon Press, a division of Halcyon Publishing Limited. Copyright D.Bruce Banwell 2006. First published 2006. All rights reserved.